second-generation driver from East Harlan, Connecticut, Dale Ivanchin. In the 9, New Hampshire, that is Peter Jarvis from Ascutney, Vermont, the brother of the champion, Donnie Lashua in Jack Bateman's number 17, and Tommy Cravino in the 07 green flag. John Spence Jr., the official flagman for the True Value Tour, puts these ground-pounding modifieds under green. Down the back straightaway. They check up going into turn number 3. Tony Ricky is your leader down the front chute. Bill Goodrow running in second spot. On the outside, it'll be Gary Casella challenging for the number 2 spot. As they make their way down the straightaway, the top 6 cars will make it into the main event. Top 6 cars will make it into the Spring Fling 100, presented by Rockingham Boat. Look at the side-by-side battle between Goodrow and Gary Casella. Off the corner, down the straightaway. Dale Ivanchin running in the 4th spot, as he solidly got that number 35 car in the 4th hole on the speedway. Then it'll be the number 1 for Sean Boudreau, Donnie Lashua, the veteran from Canaan, New Hampshire, dirt track and modified driver in car number 17. Lashua can get it done on the dirt. He can get it done on the asphalt. And he's driving Jack Bateman's JRB number 17. Jimmy Kuhn settles in a position behind him. The top 6 to qualify. Next time around, John Spence will show them the halfway side. There he goes, crossing the sticks out here on the front straightaway. As your leader, Tony Ricky leads the field down the front straightaway. Ricky's been in victory lane here at the USA. Looks very, very fast here tonight. Gary Casella's got a good run going. He's running in second spot. Good run for Billy Goodrow in the number 38 car. He is on the bottom of that number 1 and 2 turn, and he's holding off the 35 of Dale Ivanchin. Lashua and Jimmy Kuhn side by side. Ricky, Casella, Goodrow, Dale Ivanchin, the top 4. The battle is for that 6th and final spot. Here's Jimmy Kuhn to the outside of Lashua. Hooked up in a great battle on the back straightaway. Peter Jarvis in the 9 New Hampshire watches as they come off the number 4 turn. Ricky running away and hiding. Look at the battle for that last spot. Unbelievable here in Lee. 2 laps to go. Goudreau on the bottom on the front straightaway. The top 6 to make it in. Ivanchin, Jimmy Kuhn. Look at the number 1 car. Sean Boudreau, Lashua. White flag is out. 1 more to go. 1 more in the opening race for the True Value Modified Racing Series. 6th spot is the hot spot right now. Here's Lashua trying to get by Boudreau. Your winner will be Tony Ricky. Ricky will win it in the 4 car. Second will go to Casella. Third to Goodrow. 4th spot to Ivanchin. 5th to the number 72. Jimmy Kuhn Jr. All right, Sean Boudreau, car number 1. Nails down that 6th final qualifying spot from your first heat race here for the True Value Modifieds. Inside the next row with the number 41, one of our local entries, Carl Fredrickson. He'll be signing autographs here tonight. He is from nearby Fremont, New Hampshire, in the Speedway Illustrated number 41. On the outside in car number 6. Another driver hailing from Swansea, New Hampshire with the Jack's True Value, Friends of Keene, J&B Towing Cavalier for Rob Goodenough. Goodenough in the number 6. Inside the next row, in the number 70 car from nearby Hampstead, New Hampshire, in the Rockingham Boat Modified for Andy Seiss. In car number 70, on the outside, it'll be Lightning Lou Michelitis. In the Turcotte number 40, Kirk Alexander is in the number 43. Ken Hege from Long Island, New York, in the 33 green flag. A sprint down the front straightaway. They get jammed up into that first corner. Look at this 3 abreast out of the corner. On the throttle, down the back straightaway. Kyle Fredrickson and Rob Goodenough split. Vinny Anarumo as they powered down that back straightaway. The second of 3 ground-pounding modified heats from the rolling thunder of the True Value Modifieds. The top 6 to qualify. Look at the battle right now between Michelinas and Andy Seiss. A good one out of turn number 4. Seiss down to the inside. He's got a good run down low into that number 1 corner. Vinny Who fights back up top off 2. Louis Michelinas is right there hanging in there. In the Kingsley sponsored number 40 modified. And then Ben Hagee in the number 33. Races at the Riverhead Long Island Speedway on Saturday nights in their modified division, making the first ever trip here to the USA in car number 33. And then Kirk Alexander, a winner this year, car number 43, right there over the flank of the number 33 as they make their way down the front chute. Up the front of the field, they're looking for bragging rights in Swansea, New Hampshire here. The 2 longtime veteran racers, Todd Patnode and Rob Goodenough. Goodenough right up behind him on the front straightaway. Goodenough has run very, very well as of late here in the early part of this 2007 season. John crosses the flags. We are halfway at Lee, USA. Down the back straightaway, Goodenough stays with Patnode. Does he have what it takes to get by his former ride? As they come down the straightaway. Rob going to the high side. Rob Goodenough and Todd Patnode. Off turn number 2, the number 6 car goes into the lead. Rob Goodenough takes the top spot here in heat number 2. Kyle Fredrickson's got a great run going in car number 41 as he runs in the 3rd spot. Andy Seiss in 4th, 5th is Louis Michelinas. The 6th spot now, Kirk Alexander trying to get by Ken Hagee as they work into turn number 3. Vinny Anarumo in the number 12, and then Wayne Aroof in car number 21 off the pace. Down the back straightaway, nose to tail, looking into that bright sunshine as they work into turn number 3. There's going to be 2 laps to go out here in the front straightaway. 2 to go. 2 to go for Rob Goodenough. Look at Patnode trying to strike back on the inside, nothing doing there. As Goodenough is able to outmotor him off of turn number 2. White flag is on. 1 more lap to go for number 6. Michelinas right there with Kyle Fredrickson. Fredrickson doing a great job at the number 41. Lightning Lou's going to go to the outside. He's going to have a sprint down the back straightaway. We got cars up into the number 1 corner. The newcomer Hagee and Kirk Alexander. All right, John Spence throwing the Sunoco Fuels checker on this one, calling it an official race. And a helping hand from Brian Callen waving the yellow flag. Caution lights are out around the speedway. And Kirk Alexander having difficulty in car number 43. He and the newcomer Hagee in the number 33 up against that concrete wall over in the first corner, bringing out the caution flag, but they checkered it to officially call it a race as heat number 2 goes into the record books. Dwight Jarvis in the number 28 car, and Les Hinckley, a 2-time winner this year. He is driving the number 06 car. Hinckley in the 06 out of Windsor Locks, Connecticut. Here we go. Heat number 3, green flag. They pound that pavement out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Mike Douglas. Mike Douglas in the lineup in car number 23 from Auburn, New Hampshire, running in 3rd. Mike Douglas, a former hobby stock driver here at Lee USA Speedway. Down the back straightaway, it is going to be Pasteryak leading the field. Pasteryak down to the bottom of the first corner and leads the field down the back straightaway. Top 6 to make it into the main event. Eddie Dockenhausen and Mike Holdren side by side as they work the 3rd and 4th corner. Good run here going on. Here's Hinckley up top on Holdridge. He goes into the 5th spot. Now Jarvis is right there behind Holdridge. Holdridge on the bubble, if you will. The top 6 to make it in. The top 6 to get in through the heat races. Those that don't will have to go to the consolation round. As they go nose to tail down that back straightaway. Your ground pounding modified. First of 3 appearances here at Lee USA in 2007. Hinckley right up behind Dockenhouse. Then it comes Dwight Jarvis to the inside of Holdridge. Jarvis wants to get into it through the heat race. Halfway. Halfway here for Pasteryak. Jimmy Dolan, Mike Douglas. I'll tell you, Douglas and Kyle Fredrickson have run well in the heat races. Dockenhausen's going to challenge Douglas out of turn 2. Mike outmotors him down the back straightaway. Dwight Jarvis in that 6th spot. So Pasteryak is your leader. Dolan is 2nd. 3rd spot as they drop down into that turn. Douglas, Dockenhausen 4th, Hinckley and Jarvis. Those are the top 6. Mike Holdridge and Brian Shumway in car number 5. Carl Pasteryak. All right, 2 laps to go out here at the front straightaway. 2 to go for the Dollies, number 15. They are going 100 laps tonight, presented by Rockingham Boat. The Spring Fling 100. John Spence waves the white flag. 1 more to go. Here's your top 6 now. The Sunoco Checkers over the Speedway. Holdridge is around in this race too. We'll get the checker and the yellow. Here on the final circuit, Mike Holdridge looping the number 0 car. And the top 6 will make it into the main event. Chris Pasteryak in the number 15 car, winning a 2nd go to Jimmy Dolan, 3rd to Mike Douglas Jr. 4th to Eddie Dockenhausen. Nice run for Eddie. 5th spot to Les Hinckley, the 2-time winner this year. And Dwight Jarvis in the number 28, making up the top 6. 22 cars. Then you've got your provisionals for 24 starters as they get set. John Spence ready to wave those sticks and call them out of the corner. Here they are. Green flag. Into that number 1 turn, the ground pounding modifieds in the Consolation event. Donnie Lashua, Mike Holdridge. Brian Shumway moves underneath Wayne Arute. Keep in mind your top 4 will make it in. Tommy Crevino goes to the outside of Hinckley. They're battling down to the back end of the field here behind Wayne Arute. Donnie Lashua the leader. Here goes Crevino to the outside. Runs hard and high through that 3rd and 4th turn. Crevino right on the back end of Wayne Arute in the number 21. Hinckley goes by, and there goes Crevino. And Arute gets punted down to the back end of the field here. This is Wayne Arute's first visit to Lee USA. 1, 2, 3, your top 3 down the back straightaway. Donnie Lashua. Lashua with Mike Holdridge, son of Dale Holdridge, longtime modified competitor. Running in the 2nd spot, Brian Shumway, one of the young guns to come out of the Monadnock Speedway. Shumway has shown some bright signs this year in that number 5 car. The top 4 to make it in, Crevino, trying to catch up to the number 33, Ken Hagley. Flags are crossed out here on the front straightaway. Halfway. Tommy Gravino raced last night at the Thompson Speedway in the Sunoco modified feature there. Donnie Lashua looking right at home in Jack Bateman's number 17. Hagley doing a nice job. First time here at Lee. Making his first ever start with the True Value Modified Series. 5 laps to go. 5 to go. Don Shumway right up behind Holdridge as they work into that third and fourth turn. Hagley right up behind Shumway. Top 4 to make it in. Gravino running out of time in a 0-7 car as they come down off that number 4 turn. Spring Fling 100 is what it's all about here tonight for these guys. Trying to get into that 100 lap starting lineup. Presented by Rockingham Boat from Hampstead. 2 laps to go. John Spence shows him the white flag. 1 more to go. And safe to assume these guys are going to finish it this way. And this is the way they will make it into the main event. Your top 4. It'll be Donnie Lashua in the 17, Mike Holdridge, Ryan Shumway, and Ken Hagley in the number 33, making it in as they take the Sunoco checkers out here on the front straightaway. Well, those gentlemen will make it into the Spring Fling 100 here tonight, presented by Rockingham Boat for the True Value Modified Racing Series. It is feature time for the True Value Modified Racing Series and the Rockingham Boat Spring Fling 100. Here is your starting lineup. On the pole, it'll be car number 4, Tony Rickey from Westbrook, Maine, in the J.A. Rickey and Sons Mulkert Excavating Racing for Life Pontiac Modified. And on the outside, it'll be the number 6 car. He races out of Swansea, New Hampshire, in the Jack's True Value Friends of Keene J&B Towing Cavalier for Rob Goodenough. Inside the next row, it'll be the number 15 car, Carl Pasteryak, out of Lisbon, Connecticut. And on the outside, the number 25 from Saugus, Massachusetts, it'll be Gary Casella. Inside the next row, the number 01 from Swansea, New Hampshire, the driver is Todd Packnode. And the Tim Smalls Advantage Real Estate, Hamshaw Lumber, Fenton family of dealerships, Camry. And on the outside, the number 69 car out of Bethel, Connecticut, the driver is Jimmy Dolan. In the Lights Towing and Collision Colonial Repair, Spanky Engineering Cavalier. Inside row number 4, it'll be the number 38 car, races out of Pembroke, Massachusetts. That is Bill Goodrow. Goodrow in the number 38 car. And starting to the outside of him from nearby, Fremont, New Hampshire, he is wheeling the Speedway Illustrated VP Fuels Cavalier, Carl Fredrickson in the number 41. Inside the next row, another local driver. Hails from Auburn, New Hampshire. Second generation racer, that is Mike Douglas in the Douglas Auto, number 23. And alongside of him on the outside, it'll be a second generation driver from the state of Connecticut, a former winner at the Beach Ridge Motor Speedway. That is the son of S.J. Ivanchin, the driver in the 35. The driver is Dale Ivanchin, and he's out of East Harlem, Connecticut. Inside the next row, in the number 40 car from Tyngsboro, Massachusetts, a former super modified champion here at Lee USA Speedway, longtime area star and veteran Lightning Lou Michelitis. Michelitis in the number 40, the McClellan medal finishing LCM Racing Engines Kingsley Automotive Machine GTO. Next up in the lineup, it'll be the number 48 car. The driver out of Danbury, Connecticut. Driver the PNC Excavating McCarthy Aluminum Products. Corvette body modified for Ed Dockenhausen. Dockenhausen in the number 48. Next in the field is car number 72. He is a veteran racer, a former competitor in the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour. Runner-up in the point standings last year, Jimmy Kuhn Jr. from West Bridgewater, Massachusetts in the modern auto body Monte Carlo. On the outside, driving car number 70 from nearby Hampstead, New Hampshire, he is driving the Rockingham boat, Manchester Urology Associates. Stewart Automotive of Lowell, Massachusetts, number 70, Andy Seiss. Seiss in the number 70. Inside the next row, driving the number 1 car, the Bly Machine, LaValle Building Supply, Homes by Homes Corvette for Sean Boudreau. And on the outside, it'll be the veteran, longtime campaigner in car number 12, Vinny Anarumo from Swansea, Massachusetts. The number 28's the defending champion, Dwight Jarvis, out of Ascutney, Vermont. Here the number 17 alongside of him, it'll be Donnie Alashua from Canaan, New Hampshire. Inside the next row, the number 0, Mike Holdridge from Madison, Connecticut. Brian Shumway will be alongside of him from Belchertown, Massachusetts in the number 5. And Ken Hagee in the number 33 out of Riverhead, Long Island, New York. Makes his first start with the 22-time winner, Kirk Alexander, the point leader coming into the show tonight. Out of Swansea, New Hampshire, Alexander in the number 43, the Alexander Sheet Metal, Serum Equipment, Gary's Power Equipment car. Next up, the number 9 for Peter Jarvis in the 9 New Hampshire, and the 06. Your last winner, Les Hinckley, at the Canaan Fair Speedway. That's your starting lineup. Flagman is in the air. Let's wave to the True Value Modifieds. The Ground Pounders, the Rolling Thunder, here in New England, ready to go at it. At Red and Judy McDonald's Lee USA Speedway. Tony Rickey, Ron Goodenough, bringing him to green. Ron Goodenough did not get up to speed. He slows on the back straightaway. He pulls into the pit area, a tough break for the driver of the number 6 car. Tony Rickey from the pole jumps out in front. Yellows out. Caution over the speedway. It's going to be for the number 72 car. That is going to be Jimmy Kuhn Jr. Runner-up in the point standings last year. Still in search of his first win on the True Value Modified Racing Series. Kuhn brings out the first caution. The True Value Modified Racing Series events are all green flag races. We do not count the cautions on this series. Tony Ricky from the point jumped out in front for that first lap. Chris Pasteryak is on the outside. Ready to go to green now as John Spence is ready to wave them out of the corner. Here they come. Ground Pounders, the modified. Down the back straightaway, Pasteryak to the outside of Ricky. Gary Casella running in third spot. Then it's the 0-1 Todd Patnode. Jimmy Dolan's in the fifth spot. Dale Ivanchin running in sixth spot. Good dicing going on. Keep an eye on the 0-6, Les Hinckley. Hinckley knows the way around this speedway. Side-by-side racing, Dale Ivanchin on the outside of Jimmy Dolan. Look at Ivanchin go to work. He's on the high side as they work through three. Dale Ivanchin on the alongside, Patnode on the front straightaway. Dale Ivanchin's got it working early on here. He's after Casella. Up top going into turn number 3. A side-by-side battle for the third spot. Boy, is Dale Ivanchin ever on the move. He goes to third. Gary Casella running fourth. Todd Patnode's challenging him for that fourth spot. Todd looked to the inside. Casella was able to beat him into the turn. John Spence showing interest in a car at the back end of the field. He's got the black flag in his hand. It may be the number 1. Sean Boudreau. Boudreau showing the black flag. Lap number 9. Tony Ricky with a big lead. Eddie Dockenhausen right up behind Jimmy Dolan now, and so is Lightning Lou. Louis Michelinas right there. Michelinas and Dockenhausen underneath Jimmy Dolan. With a comfortable lead over Chris Pasteryak. Dale Ivanchin. 14 laps are into the record books. Tony Ricky with a big lead in the number 4 car. Further back behind those top 5, you got Eddie Dockenhausen and the number 40 car. Louis Michelinas battling. Michelinas is running in 6th, 7th Dockenhausen, 8th and Jimmy Dolan. 9th is the number 12 car. Caution is out. Yellow's on the speedway for Brian Shumway on the back straightaway. Brian Shumway on the back straightaway, bringing out the yellow. Andy Seiss is in the pit area, wheeling the number 70 car. The Rockingham boat-sponsored automobile. Rockingham Boat, the sponsors and presenters of this race here tonight. The Spring Fling 100. as our second caution period flies here on lap number 16. Boy, the Daily Botchin make his way to the third spot in a hurry on the outside. The East Harlan, Connecticut Hot Shoe. You know, I think the bulk of us that are into baseball are diehard, avid Red Sox fans. I can tell you, as far as the True Value Modified Series goes, the guy driving the 06 and the guy driving the 35 are just as bad as all of us. They love the Red Sox. Huge Red Sox fans. All right, here we go. Green flag. Whoa, man, Casella got up high. Dockenhausen saw the opportunity, and he seized it in the number 2 corner. Woo. Daily Botchin and Chris Pastriak, 2 second-generation drivers, battling it out here in Lee. Patno, Dockenhausen, and Lightning Lou right there in the 40 car. Out of that number 2 turn and down the back straightaway, Eddie D up high, challenging the veteran Todd Patno. Look at Michelitis. Right there in the hunt. Vinny Anarumo. Throw an eye back through. You got Dwight Jarvis, Les Higley, Kirk Alexander. But the battle right now is for the number 5 spot on the Speedway. Patno, Dockenhausen, and the number 40 car, Louis Michelitis. Michelitis to the inside in turn 4. Louis Michelitis gets by Dockenhausen. Michelitis into the 5th spot. Tony Ricking, Daily Botchin, Chris Pastriak, Todd Patno, Louis Michelitis. Here's Michelitis with Patno right on his bumper down to back chute. Lightning Lou looking to hook it up top in turn number 4. Right down the front straightaway, right alongside the 0-1. Wow, what a battle there. Michelitis wins out. He rolls to the 4th spot. Louis Michelitis on the move. Todd Patno is in 5th, 6th, Dockenhausen, 7th, Vinny. Vinny's got a good run going. In car number 12. Michelitis to the outsider, Pastiak, and the number 40 car is going to move into the 3rd spot here on lap number 26. Michelitis into the top 3. So we've got Maine leading it, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and New Hampshire in the top 5. Anarumo closing on the 6th place runner, Eddie Dockenhausen. Your top 5, nose to tail out of turn number 4. Top 5 nose to tail through that 4th corner again. Patno staying right with Pastriak. Here goes Louis Michelinas to the inside. Michelinas challenging here for the number 2 spot, and he comes away with it in turn number 4. Michelinas chases down Tony Ricky. Lightning Lou right there in second spot. Right on the back end of the number 4 car. Michelinas looking strong. Lap number 35 going up on the board. Michelinas wants the lead as he goes to the outside and blows right by Tony Ricky. On lap number 35. Michelinas, Ricky, Castillac, Daly Watson, Todd Patnode. 6th is Vinny Anarumo, 7th Eddie Dockenhausen. Kirk Alexander is up to 8th spot. Here comes Alexander and Hinckley. Oh boy, this is gonna get interesting. Here goes Alexander by Dockenhausen. Kirk Alexander starting to come alive in car number 43. Todd Patnode challenges the inside of the number 35, Daly Watson, as they work out of that second corner. Hinckley and Dwight Jarvis coming through the traffic on the outside. Alexander going after Vinny Anarumo. Closing in on the halfway mark. The Black Mountain Painting halfway mark leader at lap number 50. Quite a battle going on for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th here. Alexander right up behind Vinny Anarumo. Higgy drops out of the racing car, number 33. 45 laps on the board, 5 shy of the halfway mark. Louis Michelinas running away from the field. Dwight Jarvis on the outside of Dockenhausen. Alexander and Anarumo have caught up to that 5th place car. So while Michelinas goes out and does his thing, quite a race going on for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th spots. Off the turn they come. Kirk Alexander to the outside of Vinny Anarumo. Alexander moves into the number 6th spot now. Going after Todd Patnode on the outside. Alexander up high in turn number 4. Alexander and Patnode right behind Daly Watson. Wow, what a race right there, going into turn number 3 between Patnode and Ivanchin. Halfway for Louis Michelinas. He's your Black Mountain Painting leader. Pasteryak goes by Ricky. Pat Note goes by Ricky. Daly Marchand hung out a little bit here. Oh, we got an accident over there. Yellow it up over there in the second corner as we've got a car down onto the apron. Early race leader Tony Ricky around in the second corner. Several cars into the pit area. Mike Douglas, Peter Jarvis, Carl Fredrickson's around over here in the fourth corner, and he's got debris hanging from the front of his car. Eddie Dockenhausen's into the pit area. Tony Ricky's into the pit area. Carl Fredrickson's got the number 41 under its own power. What an interesting race this is. The big lead enjoyed by Louis Michelinas is nullified. Closes things up here. Alexander making his way to the front. So is Les Hinckley in the 06. And don't count out that veteran Dwight Jarvis. If Jarvis has got anything in that number 28, it's right around now. You'll see it. He'll start progressing to the front. John Spence ready to put him back under green. 57 laps are in the record book. In the Rockingham Boat Spring Fling, here they are. Green flag. Little bit of tire contact between Michelinas and Pasteryak. Pasteryak slows on the back straightaway. Comes Alexander. Pasteryak may have a tire going down. Down the back straightaway. Michelinas pushes up here. Pat Node in second spot. Les Hinckley to the inside of the number 35, Daly Marchand. And the 06 car goes up another notch on the ladder. Michelinas pushing up in between 3 and 4. Todd Tango doing a super job in the Tim Creamer 01. Right there in a solid second spot. Third spot, Pasteryak. Fourth, Alexander. Vinny Anarumo in fifth spot. Sixth is Hinckley. Michelinas, he's running that center groove in between 3 and 4. You can see the dark spots of the speedway over there. That's where the rubber is. Sets up low, drives right up to the middle of the third and fourth corner. Pasteryak, third, Alexander, and the number 12. Wes Hinckley races to the inside of Indiana Rumalana here in the front straightaway. Hinckley, the Windsor Locks, Connecticut standout, is going to move into the 5th spot. Shumway leaves the speedway in car number 5. Shumway into the pit area and out of the event. 65 laps completed. Mitchell Leaders coming up on the back end of the field. Pat Node, Pasteryak third, Kirk Alexander. Mitchell Leaders, the class of the field, in the Marco Turcotte number 40. Late in the event here, lap number 69 on the board. Alexander right behind the number 15. 70 laps completed. 70 laps down. Wes Hinckley right there in the 5th spot. Behind the number 43. Kirk Alexander as they work in the 3. So the race right now is going to be for 2nd spot between Pat Node and the 01. Chris Pasteryak, Kirk Alexander, Wes Hinckley. Donnie Lashwa in the number 17. Passing flag being displayed out here on the front straightaway by the flagman. Second place, Todd Patno doing a wonderful job holding on to that spot. Chris Pasteryak, a solid run there. Car number 15. Mitchell pretty much blowing the field away at this point. Here's Hinckley. Hinckley going after Alexander. So a good race going on there between the 43 and the 06. Padno still holding on to that number 2 spot. Pasteryak right up behind him. Here's Hinckley to the inside. Hinckley took a peek in the Chuck Montville Custom Tinting Unlimited 06. Off that number 4 corner. 80 laps into the books. Hinckley's going to try Alexander again outside. There he goes to the high side of the turn number 3. Wes Hinckley battling for the 4th spot on the speedway. Slipped up a bit coming off the number 4 turn, and Alexander pulled away. We are closing in on the late stages of this one here at the USA. Pasteryak right up behind the 0-1. Laps on the board. 85 into the record books now. Michelitas coming back to one of his home speedways in the turn number 40. And showing the boys the way around this place. Michelitas looking for his first win of the 2007 season. Laps to go. We got a counter out. It's Vinny Rumo. Caution flag. Yellow out on lap number 89 for Vinny Hu. The flag man was just about to show them 10 laps to go and had to scramble for the yellow as Vinny Rumo looped it. Coming off turn number 4 and the 25 in the back straightaway. Gary Casella. Thank you, Bill Channell. 88 laps into the record books. Here comes the rolling thunder of the True Value Modifieds. One more time. Lightning Lou down the back straightaway. Alexander to the bottom of Pasteryak. He goes to third. Look at the scramble going on. Alexander by the number 15 in a second. He's going after Todd Patnode. 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go. Pasteryak in fourth spot. Hinckley's in fifth. Daniel Oshawa. Andy Seiss, Eddie Dockenhausen. Nose to tail down the back straightaway, a cold, cold racetrack. Took a lot of side-by-side racing away from this one. Although Hinckley tries the outside off of turn number 2. Tucks it in behind Pasteryak. Hinckley to the outside of the 15 one more time in the back chute. And he moves into the 4th position. Wes Hinckley to 4th. Hinckley's going after Alexander. Hinckley on the outside. 5 laps to go. Hinckley up top coming off turn number 4. Hinckley just suddenly started passing race cars. On the outside, down the back chute now. Hinckley up top going into turn number 3. Hooks it up nicely by Alexander. Goes to the outside of Todd Patnode. Hinckley side by side with Todd Patnode. Now he's going after Michelitas. Wow, what a run by Les Hinckley. Down the straightaway they come. Side by side, Alexander and Patno. Lashley to the inside of Pasternak. Wow, look at the scramble for position. 2 laps to go. Michelinas. Patno to the inside of Alexander as they work into turn number 1. On the outside, Jimmy Hughes come out of nowhere. Hughes up top on the back straightaway. Challenges the 0-1. Here's the white flag. 1 more to go. The last lap. And the Rockingham boat, Spring Fling 100, goes to Louis Michelinas, Hinckley, Alexander, and the rest of the field. Taking the checkers, the Sonoma Racefield checkers, out here at the start-finish line.
A tribute to the Westboro Speedway. Journey back through time with photos, films, and videos. Experience the cars, the stars, the way it was. Through the 50s to the 80s at the High Bank Quarter Mile Speedway. Plus, a look at the 2001 Westboro Speedway reunion. Order now by calling 888-RACE-VIDEO or 603-679-6796. Now you can own a part of racing history. Stars of the Winston Cup Series compete on a local short track. Not just an exhibition, but real wheel-to-wheel, no-holds-barred racing. Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Morgan Shepherd, Ernie Irvin, Jeffrey Bodine, Davey Allison, and many more, racing pro stocks against local drivers. To order your VHS copy in hi-fi stereo sound, call toll-free 888-RACE-VIDEO. That's 888-RACE-VIDEO.